Activision Blizzard, Infinity Ward, whoever your CDN is, the data center operators, whoever it is that I need to be pointing a finger at for the slow updates for COD on PC.
Sort your fucking life out, mate!
This is ridiculous. We are aware of an issue affecting game patching which may result in slow or failed download attempts. Does that sound familiar to you? You're aware of the issue. This notice has been on the Battle.net launcher, only for Modern Warfare, for at least 2 months. Basically since lockdown started in the UK, or just before Season 3 launched. You know, for a little bit of perspective. What's the problem?
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Now, I'm a consultant in IT. This by no means makes me an expert in nationwide infrastructures. I don't work on anything this big. I know enough to know I don't know quite enough. But let's be honest, all we're doing here is downloading some files. In its simplest form, we are just downloading files. How does that go wrong? Well, here are a couple of speculations. 1. The increased number of people at home at the moment has increased the number of concurrent connections to a degree that the servers can't handle. Maybe our connections are dropping out due to timeouts. 2. There is insufficient bandwidth between the data centers or CDNs, whichever they use, and home ISPs. Now, I've reached these 2 speculations specifically because download speeds are faster in the morning or overnight than during the day or peak hours. I personally have been updating since about 8 o'clock this morning, about an hour after the update went live. Up until about lunchtime, it was bottlenecked by my internet connection. Since then, kilobytes per second, and various speed testing tools show that the issue is not my connection. I'm writing this at 8 PM, and the update still isn't complete. Either of these problems might be easy or impossible to solve. It's easy for me, someone not involved in your infrastructure, to say, buy more servers, or buy more bandwidth. I know there might be some challenges in doing this, even if you want to. I share some of these. I know server stocks are low. I know OpenReach are only working essential calls. But you know what's even easier? Communicating this to your users. And that's the biggest problem I have with this situation. It's simply not being addressed. A game I've actually paid for is unplayable. I can't even play the version already installed on my computer in an offline mode. Take a look at the Activision support Twitter, or the Infinity Ward Twitter, the Activision Blizzard account, or even the Call of Duty account. Neither of them have even mentioned the issue in the last month, which is especially disappointing given the large update for Season 4 went live this morning. Now let's assume the problem is concurrent connections, or bandwidth. The current approach is to just let everyone battle it out, and whoever wins the network lottery gets to play the game. And it's not like I can fight in the gulag to get a second chance.
No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. No.
We all suffer as a result of this approach. Admittedly, this is subjective. Some people might think this is the only fair way. Well, I disagree. Here are some of my ideas to help alleviate the problem. 1. Implement a queuing system to download the updates. Yes, this would mean some people may have to wait hours before they can begin the download. But when they do begin the download, they'll actually be able to download at speeds appropriate for their connection. I would much rather know I'll be waiting up to, say, 4 hours before I can begin the download, than just sit here hoping for the best. It's not like the Battle.net launcher gives download time estimates. This option may seem unfair to some people, but it ties in with my next idea. 2. Enable a peer-to-peer update system. This would work in tandem with the queuing system. I think it would absolutely have to be an opt-in system, but Microsoft make this work with Windows updates, so surely the same should be possible for game updates? Torrent is a well-established protocol after all, and I'm sure you could implement a private tracker without issues. This, in conjunction with the queuing system, would allow people to share their update after they've completed it, and help others get online back quicker. 3. Invest in competing CDNs. Again, I don't have visibility of the infrastructure here, but I find it highly unlikely that more than 1 or 2 CDNs are in play here. Well, why not invest in more? The less reliance we have on any one provider, the more reliable the overall system will be. This could always be scaled back when the demand is lessened, and I'm sure CDNs won't struggle to find room for a 200 GB tenancy. Maybe none of these will work, for reasons I haven't considered. Like I said, I know enough to know I don't know enough. But the first step is opening the conversation. Tell us what's going on, why this is still a problem. Show us you're actually working on resolving it, and what's holding you back. Who knows, maybe the community has the answer. Please, just tell us what's going on. I am aware of some of the workarounds that the community has developed. Things like using a VPN to a different country, and these things may work, but frankly, we shouldn't have to do them. It's ridiculous, and something needs to be done. This has been a Stereo Rocker rant. Thanks for listening. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, you can press the other one. If you can't express your thoughts that easily, well, speak your mind in the comments. And if you'd like to see more content that's honestly absolutely nothing like this, then consider subscribing. As a side note, I'd love to know, if you're experiencing slow COD updates on PC, is your ISP Virgin Media? I have a theory that the issue might be between OpenReach and either CDNs or data centers, which wouldn't affect Virgin Media users being on a separate network. But without data, it's just a theory. Let me know in the comments. Peace!